What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 173 and recording on January 17th, 2022. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Again.
Long story short, Anita's under the weather, so she is not joining us this week. Hopefully, she'll be back next week, but we'll see what happens. So, get well soon, Anita. Yep.
Feel better soon, Anita.
As a quick reminder, though, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. Boom. You know, without Anita being here, it kind of shifts a lot of things. Like, Spice King changes. Like, we're losing a fourth of the votes, right?
Oh, yeah.
So your vote has a larger impact today.
Oh, no.
Additionally, the reviews might get a lot more spicy, I think. Like, we're going to say some weird stuff today. Yeah,
Man.
But before we start doing stuff, a big shout out to our new Fuego patron, Purple CK, aka Caroline. So shout out to them for joining our Patreon.
Thank you.
But we're now at part 1, SojuTalk episode 173. We're gonna talk about three big new releases. We're gonna choose the Spicy Song King, and we're gonna hit you with the music show winners. Boom. All 3 of the songs came out today. All female artists. I guess it makes sense because it's the 2 of us here today. The first one is Taeyeon with Can't Control Myself. So she is from SM. Debuted 2007 with Girls' Generation, 2015 as a soloist, and technically 2021 with Girls on Top. Was that 2021? Yeah, it was 2021.
Yeah. 3 debuts. Look at that.
Yeah, her last 3 solo songs were Weekend, What Do I Call You, and Happy. 100 music show wins with Girls' Generation, 22 as a solo artist. Interesting song. But probably more interesting of a music video, I would say.
It had a very spicy drama to it, you know?
Yeah, I think it could be interpreted as either, both bad types of relationship, but an abusive relationship or a toxic relationship, right?
Something was going on. We didn't get a full, show of, what's actually wrong with their relationship, but we could assume stuff, right? Like,
we saw some fighting. We saw a thrown vase. That was like the extent of it. And then she was all bloody, but we didn't see why she was bloody at all, you know?
Oh, we don't know if it's blood, right?
Exactly.
She could have been eating raspberry jelly donut for all we know, right? Like,
and then she cried purple tears at the end, which was actually a visually stunning shot, I thought, right?
It was very creepy, but in a really pretty way.
Yeah, I agree with it.
Yeah, no, that was a great shot.
And I think I like the music video because they were clearly showing relationship on stage, which is like the relationship you have with your significant other that you show in public, and then relationship off stage, which is the relationship we saw backstage, right? 2 different, totally different things. She's wearing a wig, so it's like showing that she's in character, yada, yada, yada.
Right. And I really feel like it would have been nice to kind of see that play into the lyrics a little more. The lyrics to the song is a little more simpler. It's like, I'm not a child anymore, but I still can't control myself. I can't control myself. I don't care if people call me crazy, stuff like that, in front of you. Which, it's usually a pretty simple message, but given the music video decided to explore one thing, I think it would have been cooler if the song explored that too, right? That being said, who knows what went wrong with their relationship, like what did the guy actually do wrong besides he could have just dropped the vase, like that could have been a mistake. Who knows,
yeah,
who knows why their relationship
seen it thrown. We just saw it breaking,
right? We just saw it could have been Taeyeon,
yeah,
maybe.
At the end of the day, we don't it's a unreliable narrator, we don't really know what's going on, in my opinion. We don't have all the facts, is all we're saying.
All of y'all listening in who are studying AP English, you should know what that is. Unreliable narrator.
At the end of the day, in terms of the music itself, it was a chill song. It was all right. I don't think it was anything too catchy or extraordinary, though, It felt short, too. Super short.
Yeah, how long was this? Let me look it up again.
I think it was longer than we actually imagine it being.
3 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's not actually that short. It's just it was over real quick.
It's like a punk, not funk, punk, grunge, emo. Punk, same thing.
I can't control myself. No, right? Like
no. It's a punk emo grunge thing. Lots of trap in there as well. There's like a minimal trap rhythm going on. It felt more like, you know what it felt like? It felt like emo trap, but not in the TXT kind of way. Like TXT, their core is still pop music, right?
100%.
And we've said multiple times that was very impressive last year. But this feels much more like she's modeling the sound off of Juice World, for instance, or like if you're looking at Korea, there's Ash Island or Blue, stuff like that. More like chill emo trap with a lot of pop melodies, and it works. Like if you're looking for this kind of sound, I'm sure you'll love it. But at the same time, I don't think it works for everybody. That's what I'll tell you, right? Like Doug is over here where he's like, I'm not too impressed with the memorability.
I think it's good, but at the end of the day, it's just like the song itself. It's lended to be a little mopey, because that's the overall attitude of the song itself. It's like a depressing song, in itself. Mm-hmm. So I feel that lends it to be a little like, it's a bit of a Debbie Downer, right? It's just kind of there. You're vibing. You're like, all right, kind of sad, right? You could clearly, even if you don't speak any Korean, you're like, it's clearly an emotional song here, right? Like.
I mean, she's going, because I can't control myself, like that's saying about me.
Yeah,
It's like such a weird transition to have Weekend, right? Weekend was so successful. People loved it. Mm-hmm. It did really well commercially. And then she shifted like pretty much a 180 to this. And to a degree, I feel like SM and the way her producers are looking at her releases kind of feels like they're just going after one trend after the other, because Weekend was clearly very inspired by
also
American pop trends.
What Do I Call You was very on trend too at the time.
Right. And I mean, I guess this is just a pre-release for her actual full-length album, so my expectations aren't too high, but at the same time, I really hate to say this, but let's just stop chasing plain trends for a bit and like show me what makes Taeyeon, and like she can do that.
Her last 4 tracks are kind of really different from each other. Happy, What Do I Call You, Weekend, Can't Control Myself. They're all over the place in terms of genre.
Yeah, I mean before that she had a good ballad run. She did.
Yes.
Right. I don't know. I at the end of the day, I really enjoyed this. Right. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed what she did. I enjoyed her performance. The production I think was pretty good actually. The moment the trap drums kick in, I think that was really, really impressive, and I got like chills a bit. That was all good, but at the same time, I'm not sure what I'm expecting with the third full-length album. I have to admit, like, it's coming out in February apparently. That's in a couple weeks.
Might be like a winter blues type album,
In February though, like that's the end of winter.
Yeah, but like with this song, what else can you do, right? This is pretty depressing of a song.
More mopey trap music.
No, it might be, dude. Like, it wouldn't.
You know what she should do? She should commit to the SM cinematic universe. That's what she should build off of this music video. Explore why the relationship went bad. Look at the guy. Okay. Yeah, the guy. Who knows? The guy might be Black Mamba. Like. The guy could be Black Mamba.
Hey, at the end of the day, I like this music video a lot, and I still wish that Girls on Top had some form of music video. I think it could have been really cool.
I agree with you on that.
All right, let's move on to the second song. It's From S9 with DM. So they are from Pledis, debut 2017. Last 3 songs were Talk and Talk, We Go, and Feel Good, with 1 music show win so far.
What a good run of songs.
They've been having a great run, dude.
Yeah.
Like...
You know what? From S9 is one of the rare examples of K-pop where I see no flops. Flops.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't like one of them.
Okay. I mean, you know what?
Fun?
I've come back on Fun a little bit. I've said this before, but
okay.
Fun, I think, has its cute moments. Mm-hmm. And I'm willing to listen to it after listening to every other title track in their discography.
Yeah, I agree. It's in there. Like, what are you gonna do? It's in their song catalog.
But like DKDK, Love Bomb, and like what? Like glass shoes, glass beads.
By
glass
the way,
shoes.
they surpassed 120,000 copies of stock pre-orders of their Midnight Guest EP, which is more than 3 times their previous highest first week album sales.
Look at that.
And pre-order stock copies, they selling albums now. From Miss 9.
Look at
they're
that.
selling albums. I feel like From Miss 9 is filling in the gap for people who somewhat like IZ*ONE music, and they're kind of replicating the consistency of music too, I think.
Yeah, no, they're creating a very nice musical identity, I think, while doing a lot of different things too. Like that's my impression with this track, right? Mm-hmm. We are reusing a lot of the disco tropes in the sounds, right? Mm-hmm. But thematically and aesthetic-wise, we're also seeing a lot of exploration. This feels a lot more muted and chilled compared to Feel Special or Rego, which right before we recorded, you said had a much more in-your-face disco feels, and this is more like I would almost classify this as city pop, even like a lot more relaxed.
We've been having a discussion internally how Warren predicted chill music, and it's clearly a chill meta at the moment. He's completely right about that.
I'm a 5G brain guy,
and it's leading to because these are K-pop groups, so they are rooted in K-pop, right? The way you do chill is you end up muting the energy and the sounds that you're putting out, right? That's something that's one way to do it.
One way to do it, yeah.
And my argument was that because we're in a chill meta, it's going to lead to a lot more songs where the vibes are good, but the songs aren't super memorable.
I think there's 2 ways you can take it, right? That's the one way you can take K-pop nowadays is have a very nice vibey song. Yeah. I feel like the last couple of weeks we've had a lot of that. Mm-hmm. Either that or have a pretty okay song, but a lot of focus on the chorus and the hook itself.
Yep, I can see that.
This one is what?
I think this is a focus on the chorus.
Oh, I thought this is more of a chill thing.
Actually, I think it's somewhere in the middle.
It does both.
I think it does both.
It does both. I was thinking about stuff like Wadada with like stuff that focus a lot on the.
Oh, that's 100% tick. Oh, you're saying like more TikTok focused. Right. Okay, this is not that. This is not that.
Yeah,
all right. I mean, Wadada is 100% made for TikTok.
Yeah.
That song. There are so many dance challenges. There are so many dance challenges of that song now that the girls are dancing with people who I have no clue who they are. We're at that point, like
dang.
Maybe I don't know enough like Korean influencers and other people in the industry, but like it's the point now where they're doing that Warada chorus with people who I don't know.
I mean, I haven't seen who they're collabing with, but like Kepler is doing pretty well.
Oh yeah, people like them. They're doing extremely well.
Yeah, they're doing amazing. Like domestically, it's a little flat, but they have a very strong international base right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, so from Design, I feel like when we compare this song DM to We Go and Talk Talk, it's more like the chill versions of those songs. I think it's there are elements of this song that are in a similar vein to those two.
Yes, right. The biggest similarities are in the rhythms and the drums and the bass line and the chorus arrangement and stuff like that. But the reason it sounds very chill compared to the other two is the instrument choices. If you listen to the beginning of the song, the first verse area, there's like a very moody, light synth that plays in the background. Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of sound you hear a lot in city pop or like, slower new funk songs or new disco songs. Whereas the other two had a much more stronger guitar-based, we're going forward kind of rhythm. This one is like, chill. Yeah.
Another aspect of the song, I don't know if everyone caught this. There is someone screaming like a dolphin for their life throughout some of this part. I think it's Hayoung, right? It might be. If it's not Hayoung, let us know who it is. Someone is trying so hard to hit these high notes in the background. They're killing it. Whoever it was, I think it was super noticeable.
And it was really impressive too, given like From S9 wasn't the vocally most apt when they began out.
No, they were not. I don't think they were known for like epic high notes and like dolphin screams and all that other like the Ariana Grande type thing in the background, like Mariah Carey type stuff. But they are trying so hard in the background of this song, and I really think it's adding to the product, right?
It's a nice product overall. I have to say I had high expectations. They have been met. I was impressed again. Shout outs to the producer one more time. Collapsed One over here with the Disco Killer tracks. He is the guy behind Feel Good and We Go. Is it Feel Special or Feel Good and We Go, as well as the Ooh track we covered last week, as well as the Feels from Twice. This guy is
amazing. He's banger after banger. Right
madman. He is one of my favorite producers these days.
We knew that Pledis handled a lot of the IZ*ONE stuff, right? I don't think the guy at Pledis has as much hand in the From Miss 9 stuff, but I think they have a say in the overall direction they're going. And it's like, I'm not saying that the music is similar at all between From Miss and IZ*ONE, but it's the level of consistency that Pledis is giving to From Miss 9 is working wonders right now for them, I think.
Yeah. This is a textbook example of creating a sound that you're really good at, that you're capable of, staying true to that route, even if it doesn't pay off immediately.
And the quality control, for
that
sure.
too. Yeah.
They 100% know what they're doing. And I think that's been an issue sometimes where companies are just trying to go in these directions, but then they're forgetting, like, at the end of the day, we can go in this weird direction, but people have to like this song, you know?
Right.
And I think Pledis is 100% on board the train of, like, yeah, we're going to go in this direction, but we're going to make sure that the songs we're releasing are good.
Right. They're playing the long game. That's what it is. And these numbers are proof that it's paying off now. It's paying off.
Yeah. If I told you like a couple years ago, From Miss 9 is going to pre-order 100,000 copies, you'd think I'm crazy, probably.
Dude, From Miss 9 was the group that you and I and Anita used to be like, they're kind of good.
We might be like, they might disband at a random point.
Right,
you know?
Yeah, that's what he used to say. Yeah.
Like, let's move on
what a run.
To the last artist this week. We have Yena, formerly of IZ*ONE. Her solo debut with SMiLEY featuring BIBI. So she is from Yehua, debut 2018 with IZ*ONE, and she has 27 music show wins with that group.
Wow.
So this is a string of IZ*ONE tracks, right? IZ*ONE solo tracks.
Right.
Is the better way to put it, right? We had Eunbi, then we had Joyuri, we had Kanghaewon over the holidays. In between there, though, we had the IVE thing, but that's not a solo. And now we have Yena, right? That is the string of IZ*ONE tracks here. I feel like this song does the best job of staying on brand with the kid who's singing it.
Okay. I kind of know what you mean, even though I'm not too familiar with her character. I'm going to guess she's a very smiley person.
She's a bubbly, smiley person. The energy maker, you know, she makes the room have some like funk going on, you know, she's funny.
Just funk going on? Okay.
I wanted to say like bunigi maker. Like,
does she walk in with the guitar?
Yeah, she's the mood setter of the room, you know?
Okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, okay. I can see that with the kind of music she's doing. And I have to admit, I really have to admit, I have been very vocally critical about music that forces happiness down my throat.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, right. Every time I'm like, I don't want to be happy. Emo. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? I didn't dislike this at all. I was actually very sold by the almost cheesiness that was going on in this track.
I agree. There was cheese. There was 100% cheese on this track.
But it was like
I think it was the correct amount.
Yeah. It was like the good cheese that kind of like stretches out when you take the bite off your pizza.
It's an endearing amount of cheese.
Yes. It's not like Chicago Deep Dish all over again. You know? Like,
yeah, our Discord was extremely positive towards this track.
Okay.
I've been trying to figure out how much of that is based on the fact that people like Yena as a person, right? Because there's a tendency. It's not even just our Discord, like, as K-pop listeners, that we're more biased to like things when we like the people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm trying to figure it out. But at the end of the day, I still think this is a good song. One thing I want to point out is, like, I don't think Yena is by any imagination like an S-tier singer, right? Like, compared to people like Wendy or, I don't know, like Winter and aespa, something like that, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, they do such a good job as to playing into her strengths with the song.
I think that's fair. Yeah. And having BIBI on there was a very conscious and good choice, I think.
Yes.
And I mean, it might have been because they're friends in real life, I assume. They've done
because
stuff together.
they appeared on that
high
like
school
high school
detective thing.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are friends and they know each other.
Yeah, and maybe that's how they got her on the track. But at the same time, musically, it made a lot of sense. Like thematically, you see it in the music video too, right? Yena's the very smiley, happy person. BIBI plays a strict contrast to that, where she plays a much more frowny, devilish kind of role, and she brings in all that cheese she has too as well. And it all plays really, really nicely. You know, it's like a different cheese. It's like eating a 3-cheese pizza, and she's the other, like, I don't know what gorgonzola. What kind of cheese goes on 3 cheese? You know. It was it was nice. It did feel like BIBI has a very different style of singing, but the singing, the song and the production really supported all of that really, really nicely.
Similar to they are on those reality shows, the dichotomy between the two of them just works because they're only actually 1 year apart. Like BIBI's only 1 year older than Yena. But the whole thing on that, whenever they're on variety shows, is like, man, they're so different, right?
Right.
Like BIBI's this rapper, she has like a sexy thing going on, kind of like a Sen Unni type thing going on.
She has a I'm sick person going on.
And then you got Yena here, who like everyone's like, oh, that's just a funny duck, right? Like straight up. So I think that really plays into this music video well, their relationship, and overall pretty good. I feel like, I was thinking about which Eyes One thing I like the most. Joyuri Glassy, I think, has been my favorite out of the 4, though.
Okay. That was a good one. I haven't thought about that. I haven't thought about it that way. I haven't checked out the Kangyeon stuff either, so I can't say for sure. What I can say about all of those tracks, including this one, including Glassy, including Indy's Door,
yep.
I think they focus a lot on capturing who they are as people into the music, right? What I hope they improve upon next time is music-wise, it's not very impressionable, I have to admit. I think there was a lot of high points, but at the same time, I understand who Yena is now, but at the same time, I don't think the song was particularly memorable at the end of the day. I have to admit. It does feel like we have seen similar variations of this numerous times, in varying quality as well. So I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for next. We had pretty decently happy tracks with all the debuts, except for Kwangyeon because I haven't checked that one out. But interested about their next moves. That's what I'll say.
I agree. How you follow it up is more important, honestly.
Yeah, they're off to a good start. This is a great start so far. I'm a little annoyed by the lowercase I have to admit.
It's aesthetic. I kind of like it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Dude,
no?
Okay, here's the thing. If you look at SM and then LEY, they're capital letters, and they're gigantic.
True.
And this little tiny little I is just like in between everything, just stuck together. So if you look at it from afar... If you look at it from afar, it looks like SMiLEY or something. You can't see the eye. SMiLEY?
So from a designer perspective, you don't like the way they did the title.
Yeah, you know what? If the eyes are very ignorable.
Okay, sir. You would know better than me.
Oh man.
All right. Other big releases this week include MiLEY with Marvelous, Hyorin with Laying Low, Kangta with Slow Dance, TVXQ's Max Changmin with Devil, Only One Of with Skins. Okay, Only One Of.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this real quick?
I have no idea what this is.
They've become the sus guy group.
I'm looking at the thumbnail right now. Why do I see one of his nipples?
I don't know. Their last song was the Libido song.
Sorry, fill me in.
Okay. Their concept right now is like, let's put these guys in as little clothing as possible and make music. That's the hustle for Only One Of.
Okay.
That's the direction they've been in. And they sell like shirtless photo cards and stuff, if I understand, like stuff like that. I can be off about this, but I'm pretty sure that is the like theming that they've been going for lately with them.
Hey, as long as they're okay with it and their fans are okay with it,
I know I'm completely down with it.
Go for it.
Yeah. But that's like they have like shirtless photo shoots and stuff. Like that's like the thing right now.
Dang.
Hey, you got to make a splash somehow. Honestly.
Maybe this is the kind of splash they want to do. Maybe they're like very sexually forward. You know, that's what it is.
No, yeah, for sure.
Let's go. Sex positivity in Korea is
might as well.
Yeah, K-pop needs more sex positivity. Let's go.
All right, other songs. We have Ween with "Make Me Happy," Drippin' with "Villain," AB6 with "123." Can I talk about this one too in terms of formatting? Them having commas in their song title makes things difficult everywhere for me.
What do you mean? Why?
YouTube, the tags was messed up.
Oh.
My poll charts, it messes up. Like, it messes
Right.
up in multiple places, having commas in places.
Yeah, no, this is why you gotta format your songs like a normal person.
They should just 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, I think.
Or you know what's even better? Like actually write out the words 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, in terms of formatting, I don't know if that's the best idea. And then lastly, we have Astro, Jinjin, and Rocky with "Just Breathe."
Nice.
Those are the other songs this week.
Cool.
We're now at Spice King, so this is the segment we're going to decide which new song or which song reigns supreme. So we're going to evaluate the songs in terms of song quality, spice, and listener fatigue. Songs that place number 1 on the Soju chart will be declared the Spice King. So last week on 172, we had a dumpster fire of a chart with Rua's Catch the Stars in first place, Girls on Top with Step Back was in second place, and then we had 3 songs tied for third. Uju Sonyo Chokumi with Super Yuppers, and Hypen's Blessed Curse, and NCTU Universe Let's Play Ball.
Can I say I don't expect Let's Play Ball Universe to stay on the chart anymore since Anita's sick and not present for today's vote? I mean,
new candidates though are the 3 songs we covered. So Taeyeon, Can't Control Myself, From Miss 9, DM, and then Yena SMiLEY featuring BIBI.
bye-bye.
We do not have Anita input, right? So there's only 3 entities this week.
Yeah. So no Chima Bottom today. No Universe. No. What else was you into? And anything 90s apparently. But
Let me see. What has Anita been into lately?
if I had to predict her vote, right? If she had a vote, I would predict From Miss 9 on first.
Mm-hmm.
And then NCTU on second. NCTU on second.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would maybe say Yena on third. That's my prediction for her vote, if she had to vote.
Okay. For me, I have Wua in third place. Catch the Stars.
Okay.
I still like that track. I think it's extremely good for the genre they're trying to hit. And
Okay.
it's going to make me listen to Wua more. Because I've been listening to this song so much, their side content has been starting to fill my recommended feed on YouTube.
See, good music goes a long way.
Yeah. There's one girl in their group who kind of looks like Irene. And it confuses me whenever I see her in the thumbnails of stuff. Let me find out which girl
What's
it
her
is real
name?
quick.
What's her name? Is it Nana?
Wooyeon.
Wooyeon?
Yeah. Or is it Nana? It might be Nana. It's one of these girls.
Wooyeon looks nothing like Irene. Nana looks nothing like Irene. I mean, they're all very, very attractive people, but I mean,
I think it might be Nana. Sometimes in like thumbnails, she kind of looks like Irene real quick when I'm like not wearing my glasses or anything.
I think you just really like Irene is what it is.
I agree with that statement.
Hey, no
but
shame.
they're in third place. Second place, I'm going to put Yena with SMiLEY.
Oh.
You know?
Okay.
Fun song. First place, I will put the From Us 9 track with DM. Boom. All right, Warren, give me your chart this week.
Oh, it feels weird. Let's play ball. Let's play ball. Yo, my universe is not on my chart. Blessed Curse is not on my chart. 우주녀 쪼꼬미, Super Yuppers. I found myself skipping it every time it comes up on my playlist. I'm sorry, not on my chart either.
All right, Warren, there are Koreaboo and all K-pop articles saying this girl looks like Irene. So it's you, dude.
You guys have weird. I'm the one with glasses, so I have extra eye boosters. That's what it is. My super vision is saying no.
That being said, she's not the original visual, so continue.
Let me put you my new chart. My chart is a fresh chart. No remainders from last week. All new people.
Flipping the chart. Okay.
Flipping no woo wah. I'm sorry. I like their song. You know, Girls on Top, I like their song still, but I think it's gone stale a little bit. But hey, on third I have Yena with SMiLEY featuring BIBI. Surprisingly, I was very, very pleasantly surprised. I'm not a huge fan of her. I'm not a huge fan of this kind of music, but I think I was very, very convinced that she could make a good solo career out of herself. Interesting moves from Weihwa, giving her this kind of music and concept thing. Excited for her feature. On second place, I have Taeyeon with Can't Control Myself. I find myself going back to this song a lot for some reason. Every time the chorus comes in, kind of get chills, and I think it's pretty cool. If it does feel like a bit of a ripoff of emo trap, but hey, that's okay. Just a pre-release. That puts Fromis 9 with DM on first place. Clapped one. Producer Daddy does it once again with some good old disco pop. With a little bit of city pop as well. Pop. Right. You're popping off.
Gochu Gang. Let's see. What place should I go from? Let me go with fifth place with Gochu Gang.
So wait, what do you mean fifth place?
I'm going to just go down the list.
Okay.
Before we even get to it. I feel like I should this week. Because we don't have a need here. We need more content.
Fair.
We're filling you with content.
Okay.
They had Taeyeon in fifth place. With Can't Control Myself, 12 points from them.
Oh my god. That's very low.
God. Fourth place, they had Uju Sonyo Chokumi Super Yuppers with 15 points.
Okay.
They still like that song. In third place, they had Wua Catch the Stars, 17 points, so that gets 1 point in our system. Second place, they had Fromis 9 with DM with 33 points.
Good stuff.
And in first place this week, they had Yena with SMiLEY featuring BIBI with 49 points, so it was a clear difference.
Oh my god, that's a lot of points.
49, they got a lot of points.
Wow.
As a result, though, for the Soju chart this week, Fromis 9, DM first place with 13 points. Second place is Yena with SMiLEY with 9 points. And in third place, via Warren's second place vote, is Taeyeon's Can't Control Myself with 3 points.
It's a good song. You guys are tripping. That's what it is.
Yeah, they had it all the way down in fifth for some reason. I don't know. No respect for my girl Taeyeon.
Hey, I want Fromis 9 and Hall of Spice. All y'all campaigners out there, campaign with me.
Let me see. Next week, it's Victon, Yuju, Bam Bam, Moonbyo, Got7 Mark, Pentagon Nature. Honestly, it has a good shot to win next week as well.
Hall of Spice.
All right.
Let's go.
Anita would normally do show winners. I'll just do them here. IVE with 11. They're up to 9 wins. Show Music Core and Inkigayo again.
Wow.
Oh, this one might get up to 11. Like, it'd be kind of crazy.
That would be really cool if 11 gets 11 wins.
They have about one more week until these songs from this week hit that chart, right? So they could potentially win a couple more this week.
They could.
So 9 wins puts them on with the same amount as their label mates Uju Sonyo. That's crazy to think about. One song.
Yeah, that's... they're starting off with a big splash. That's what it is.
And then the other winner this week was Kep1er. They picked up 2 wins this week for Wadada. The first one was on End Countdown, which was their first music show win ever, First song for them as well, winning. And then the second one, they won a big one with Music Bank.
Wow. Oh my god.
People like this song. It's gone semi-viral, I think.
There's a level of virality to it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Additionally, the show has confirmed that Kep1er's Taeyeon and Gravity's Minnie will be the new MCs of the show going forward. So she's already getting work. But yeah, we're now at the end of part 1 of SojuTalk episode 173. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk K-pop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
We are back at it with part 2 of SojuTalk episode 173, where we're going to discuss some recent K-pop news and events and give you the state of the nation. Real talk, for State of the Nation, we made an audible because we realized Anita's not here, so we set up something real quick. We're going to have an activity today. And also because the news and events are just kind of lacking this week, so it is what it is. First one. Big Planet Made has confirmed the debut of BBZ before mid-February. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, because there's a lot of V's in the English title, but I believe they're actually B's in Korean. They are BBG.
I think it's a play on their names, right? Like
Yes. Shinbi, Eunbi, and then... No, it's one of their real names. I think it comes
no,
up
it's
B.
Umji. So it's
Umji? Oh, yeah.
VVG. Umji. V, yeah.
Wait, how do you get Eunha into a B or a G, dude?
Eunha's real name is Eunbi.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It has to do with one of their real names.
Umji's real name is Umji. No, it's not. That's a lie.
Oh my god.
I was looking it up as I said it. I thought it was. I wasn't trying to lie.
I meant that it had to do with one of their real names being Eunha. We both are saying the same thing.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, well, confusion happens sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
It's
All right,
okay.
so they're confirming them to have a
happens.
comeback mid-February. It's kind of interesting, I think, right?
I'm kind of curious as to what kind of concept they're gonna have, because the materials we've seen so far feels very chic and like very like mature, like black and white and all that kind of stuff. Is that
they were trending into that theme towards the end anyway, right?
They were, yeah. With
remember the Mago with the pole dancing, dude? Like,
yeah.
Some interesting stuff. This whole Big Planet Made company is kind of fascinating, right? Because they started pretty much last year. And then in the year, they've signed Soyu, Hogak, Hasonghoon, now BBG. They also, another thing that we're going to talk about later is they signed Samuel. So they're just picking up these random people.
Samuel Kim?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, this isn't really like a new company, is it? That's the thing. The names behind the company is pretty big. The main CEO is MC Mong. The overseer is Park Jang-geun, who has been a part of Double Kick, I believe is their English name. Double Kick, the producer group that's worked on Mr. Chu by A-Pink, right? That's the biggest one, I think. And then in the recent days, they've done Momoland stuff. They've done some stuff with G-Friend. So this isn't your typical new company. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of names. They have a lot of connections.
One thing I don't like is the way they do their Instagram, where it's always like the 3 wide or 9 wide photos.
Oh, that's annoying. Yeah.
Every single one of their posts is like that. On their Instagram.
Oh
Pretty
God.
much.
Oh no. Oh, I mean, it's here's the thing. It's cool to look at, but like when you see it on your feed, you just get big blank notes.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Overall though, I think G-Friend, the disbandment was kind of like everyone was surprised by it because everyone assumed that under Source they would thrive while being under the HYBE umbrella, but it seems like HYBE's real aspirations was to pretty much like start new groups, as it seems, right? Other than in Pledis, because they were like, Pledis, you do your thing, right? You're a big company, do your thing. But everything else is like, we're gonna start anew here, right? With the infrastructure. It seems like they were, for at least Source, they were buying the infrastructure and not the groups that they had.
Command N, hit refresh.
So I'm excited to see. I think we also get the Yuju solo next week, so we're starting to get some stuff out of the G-Friend members. So I think that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I really do hope their next ventures are successful as they were with G-Friend. So, best of luck to all of them. My turn now, right? I have less exciting news. So SM Entertainment last January 14th released updates about SHINee's Taemin's military status. Now, Taemin had enlisted in the National Military Band last May, but he has now shifted to serve as a social service worker instead. SM Entertainment stated that Taeyeon has been suffering from depression and panic disorder symptoms before he joined the military, and recently those symptoms have become worse. And as such, the medical officers have determined that it's become impossible to treat and serve at the same time. And therefore, on January 14th, he was transferred into serving as a social service worker instead. I had no idea he was dealing with mental issues. I gotta admit.
Yeah, like it's a tough subject, particularly around Taeyeon and the Shiny Kids as well. Because given the history of that group and the things that have happened.
I will admit. So here's a little bit of background about being a social service worker. It's a lot easier to manage other stuff in your life because you get off work at 5 or 6 and you go home and you can do other stuff, which means he is now able to spend that time hopefully getting therapy or whatever helps him treat his symptoms. So on that end, it's really good. And I do have to admit, I think he's in a very fortunate situation to be able to get that. The military has some interesting decision systems where, like, honestly, if Taeyeon was not a celebrity and he was still going through mental issues, he probably would not have been lucky enough to get this treatment. Usually they end up getting kicked out or nothing until it's like incredibly serious. So not saying Taeyeon's situation is not incredibly serious. I'm sure it is. But I do wish him the best. Yeah, there we go.
I think we often forget that idols are people, and I think this is one of those situations where you gotta snap back to reality on that for sure.
I have to admit, like, I always assume that most of the idols who are like on constant comeback schedules and are very busy, I imagine they have some stuff going on in the background, but they're not able to share all of it, right? Because of their status as a K-pop idol. So sometimes still feels like we have a long way to go for some of the listeners to be comfortable with that. But I'm glad he's been able to get help. I'm glad he's able to get more help. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how we follow this one up. In other news,
talk about Kepler.
Yeah, Kepler's debut EP, First Impact, debuted #1 on Gaon's album chart, selling over 200,000 copies in its first week.
Look at that.
That's a big number.
That's a big boy number.
As much controversy as the show had, particularly the way the finale went, 200,000 is undeniable at this point.
It's a great number, yeah. I have to admit, right, like, the way I've seen it, a lot of the support is coming from the Hyunin Kai fans into Hyunin BIBI fans, and I really do hope and I really do think that's working for the best, because to have more people supporting you, you're able to. I hope she's able to use that as a source of confidence. I hope her company and management and production is able to use that as, like, let's put her more in the forefront. So from my perspective, where I'm not as a huge fan of her, I'm able to look at that and hope for more opportunities where Hyunin BIBI is really able to shine, So I'm really looking forward to all that. Not gonna lie.
All right, next one. FNC announced that their contract with former AOA member Jimin has expired on January 12th. I think that was a long time coming.
Didn't think it was still a thing, but
given the situation in terms of the controversies with her potentially bullying the other members, particularly Mina.
Yeah.
I still don't know obviously I don't think we'll know the full truth of what happened. There's obviously differentiating stories, and like Mina's behavior on social media hasn't really helped her side of the story, is what I'll say. And other things that have transpired. Good luck, right? Like, it's a totally messy situation.
Goodbye, Jimin.
Yes. Next one, Brave Entertainment, right? They announced that they will be retracting their appeal of the lawsuit with Samuel Kim regarding his contract with the company. If you remember, they have been like holding Samuel's career hostage for 3 months. I don't know if I have this 100% right, but Samuel wanted to get out of his contract because he said they broke a lot of the, like, they were lying to him and they broke a lot of the promises that they had with him. The lawsuit was like a 2 to 3 year process, but it finally ruled that Samuel should be freed from his contract. And then Brave stated, I think a month or two ago, that they were going to appeal that decision. But now they're saying that they're just going to let him go.
Okay,
They basically wasted 3 years of his career by doing this.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of stupid.
And then today on the 17th, Big Planet made the company we talked about earlier with BBG. They confirmed that they have signed an exclusive contract with him.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I feel really bad for Samuel because he essentially wasted 2-3 years of his prime career.
I mean, here's the thing. It's not too late for the guy. He's still very, very young. I think he's in a great place to kind of bounce back and rebound into a successful career after what he had. I wouldn't be too depressed. I would be excited if anything. He is finally free of his shackles. You know? So let the guy fly. Let the guy be free. Fly like a bird, Samuel. Into Big Planet made.
I feel like these contracts that are signed between agencies and kids are so, like, they're still super one-sided in the fact that these kids are going, like, this is what, like, they're desperate, right? To have a career in the creative entertainment industry. And these companies are the only path to that, essentially. So the contracts, and they sign these contracts when they're nobodies, right? So the company has 100% of the leverage, at least with the first contracts, which is the one Samuel was under. And you are so locked into that contract. And I believe in those contracts, there's no, like, performance clause, meaning that they have to do X, Y, and Z with you while you're under contract. If they want to just shelf you for the duration of your contract, they pretty much can.
Right.
And I feel like I get it, but at the same time, it's inherently kind of like shitty, right?
We need a better system, honestly, where the releases or I don't have a solution, to be honest. I don't. This is not something that's easily attackable or manageable. Because in order to do a comeback, in order to do something that's considered the K-pop comeback, you need a lot of money. You need a lot of funds. You need a lot of investors to buy in and agree with you on this whole project plan. That's not easy if you don't have the company on your side. So it's a tough situation. Part of it I do feel like is the system of being in a pop industry rather than an independent industry or indie or underground. I mean, geez, what can I say?
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things. Like in an ideal situation, the contracts would be super short, and it would have to be a mutual understanding. Like that's the issue is that there's no union for these K-pop artists. No, really, right?
Yeah.
Are like arguing on their behalf because if you think about sports contracts are typically very short. Compared to like idol 7 years is a ridiculous contract, right? Normally really long contracts in sports are only signed when they're very beneficial to the player. But in this type of situation, you got a 7-year contract, but you're on the shit side of it, you're screwed if they don't like you anymore.
Right.
In an ideal situation, maybe the contract length is maximum 2 years. So if you like had a shit time for the last 2 years, you can get out of it, right? Something like that.
Yeah,
but then,
maybe like
the issue with that is the instability, right? Like your groups wouldn't be stable if kids just like, I don't know, stupid reason wanted to get out. But at the same time, if the kid wants to leave, I guess they should be allowed to leave, right? So it's all those things. I don't know. But this kind of Samuel thing just proves like how bad it was for him because he lost out on so much of his career by doing this way.
What I never really understood was the other guy left really easily. Like, what's his One? Because they used to be in a group called One Punch, and Samuel was Punch, and One was the guy in Show Me the Money. He just left. Went to YG Entertainment.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Yeah. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, ONEUS has announced their U.S. tour Blood Moon, which will be taking place from February 12th to March 12th. There is a ridiculous amount of stops on this tour for some reason.
Wow.
We have New York City, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, Pontiac, Michigan, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Orlando, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Cleveland, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, Chicago, Illinois, Lawrenceville, Kansas, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, and Beverly Hills, California.
That's an interesting lineup. Pontiac, Michigan?
Yeah. I don't know. And we're missing places like Seattle, Chicago. We got Chicago, like Denver, Midwest more, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. The whole West Coast is missing
Las
except
Vegas,
for Beverly Hills.
San Francisco, Portland.
Why Pontiac? That part I don't understand. Are
Why-
they trying to
why-
Are they trying to pull people from Canada? Is that what it is?
Why Wilkes-Barre? Like, no offense to my Pennsylvania people, but like,
I don't know where Wilkes-Barre is. I
I don't know where it is either. I gotta look it up real quick.
The thing with Pontiac, Michigan, like, the only example that comes to my mind is because I'm watching Parks and Rec right now. It's kind of like Pawnee, Indiana, if you've seen that show. It's like just a normal, quiet suburban town. Nothing in particular that stands out to me, unless you're from Pontiac. I love your town in that case, but I mean, I'm from Troy, so what you gonna do?
Yeah, like not even Detroit or Ann Arbor, right?
No, this is
Pontiac,
interesting.
Michigan. And we looked up some of the venues Warren and I did during the break. It seems really geared toward like band spots or like dive bar or like a small venue. Like they're like an indie band touring. It just feels a little weird to me. I don't know.
I mean, the thing is, like, I hope this pays out for them. Like, I've been saying this here and there, but the way K-pop is trending right now as an industry, focusing on connecting with a domestic market, international market, that's not
Is
really
important.
like an option anymore.
Yeah, you have to.
You kind of have to if you want to profit at some point, because the domestic audience in Korea isn't big enough to support everybody in the industry right now. Like, you gotta go to China, or gotta go to Japan, or America, or like France, or where Southeast, wherever. Like, so I understand why companies are doing this. Obviously, nobody knows at the moment if it's like gonna be hugely successful or a big flop. But at the moment, some of these feel like safer attempts. Like not trying to get gigantic Superdomes, right? Like,
I kind of like this. I think it would have made more sense if RBW did a family tour, though.
that's way more people that you're trying to move through internationally for a whole month. That's way bigger of an investment. Really? Why would you do that?
I still feel like all of these are profitable, but like,
Also, how big is the overlap between Mamamoo fans and ONEUS fans?
I think there's enough.
Really?
It's just interesting because like, you know how the thing I'm interested in, you know how K-pop travel's big, right? Tons of staff come, right?
Right.
I wonder how this is gonna work. It would actually. I wish they have a tour bus like vlog, because you're gonna be tour busing from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania to Pontiac, Michigan. I doubt they're flying. They're probably busing, right?
Probably.
On a tour bus, right?
It's not too far, is it? It's like an 8-hour drive, I guess.
And then you gotta go Pontiac to. That's really far to Minneapolis. Maybe they're flying that one.
Oh yeah, no wait, yeah, they should fly from Michigan. Yeah, Pontiac is the weird one out. I mean, no
And then
offense
it's,
to
and then
suburban
it's
Michigan, but-
Minnesota, then Orlando. Like, man, this is gonna be a weird tour. It seems like some of these are gonna be bust, some of them are not, right?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully,
We'll
there's
have to
some footage of this, because like, when they do this, it's gonna be a crazy experience. I bet for them too, right? But
Kind of
if you're a
interesting.
ONEUS fan, I'm sure you could get tickets for this, right? How often is your favorite K-pop group's gonna show up in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, or Pontiac, Michigan, right? Or Lawrence, Kansas. All right. Finally, 143 Entertainment, the agency that houses both Kepler's Mashiro and Yeso, officially announced that fellow Girls Planet 999 contestant Ito Miyu will be debuting as a member of their upcoming girl group.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
It's an interesting move because I think it's interesting because if we think about IZ*ONE, barely any of those groups debuted groups while they had kids in IZ*ONE.
Right.
And this company's like, nah, we're going to debut a girl group, even though the Kepler run has just started.
I guess they're not willing to wait and just need like something out there right now, you know?
Mm-hmm. Would you assume that they're going to add them once they're done with Kepler? Because Kepler's a 2.5-year thing.
I would imagine they want to go the route that a lot of the IZ*ONE solos are doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I imagine Yeso would do a solo and Mashiro would do a solo, and then Itomi would be in a girl group, and that would be a thing. Not sure how big this company is enough to pull in all the money and whatnot.
Yeah.
So 143 Entertainment, the CEO and executive producer is Digital Master. Do you know who that is?
No.
He used to be in a duo, I believe, with Master Wu.
I know who Master Wu is. I've heard that name.
And they were in YG Entertainment together.
Okay.
Wait, were they in One Time together? Is that what it? Because no, okay, never mind. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, One Time. Okay, yeah, not. He wasn't in one. He wasn't in One Time, but he was in YG. And he did take part in a lot of like music back in the day. He was one of the biggest producers for 4 Minute, M Black, Super Junior M.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the K-pop people. Haze. But yeah, there you go. 143 Entertainment for you.
Yeah, I always think it's interesting after these seasons of these competition shows where I don't want to call them the remaining contestants, kids who didn't win, what they do with them, right? Because there's a certain window of time where they have enough relevancy that it outweighs like these kids' base popularity, you know?
Right.
There's a very small, like that JBJ thing went on for a long time. I think it's still going on with 2 dudes now, right? So
right.
We'll have to see.
What they did with the girl she's in Billy now, Shun.
Yeah, Shion, right?
Right. Well, now she's Shun now, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that, but all right.
You know what? No, they were really smart with that. They just pulled her right in, and now she's performing with them.
Oh no, I like her being in there. I don't like the stage name. Is what I meant.
Oh,
I think it's weird.
What's wrong with Sean?
I don't know.
It's a fine name.
Here's a random question I thought of. Would you rather have a Blackpink comeback or Red Velvet comeback?
Red Velvet.
I agree with you on that. I think we need more Red Velvet content, right?
I mean, I hate to say this, but I find a lot of Blackpink's music predictable.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine the next time they come back, it'll be another loud trap song. And they end with a dance, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they're gonna do Lovesick Girls again. I don't know. The broad spectrum of things.
The memes about needing a Jisoo solo. I've seen a lot of them lately too. Because she sang in one of the episodes of that show she's on. Like she sang something. No, it wasn't meant to be good. Like she was just singing something. Like
okay.
And like people are like, "Yo, that's the Jisoo solo right there."
Jeez.
What do you think we'll get first, Jisoo solo or Blackpink full comeback 4-member?
Blackpink.
Yeah, right.
Are you kidding? Yeah. No. Yeah. Honestly, the way I see it, her being on that drama, that's her solo thing. That's her solo gig.
Okay. Even though that show's really controversial.
Well,
no, right? They almost canceled it a couple times.
Right? Yes. But from YG's perspective, they're like, oh, here is your little solo treat. Jenny had solo. Rose had on the floor, on the ground. Lisa had the Lisa. You get a drama because you look like an actress. I don't know. I do think it's more likely we get Blackpink content this year than we do with Red Velvet this year. I have to admit.
Okay.
I do feel like SM is, for the better or for the worse, I feel like Red Velvet is kind of being put on the sidelines right now with aespa being so in the middle of everything. While on the other hand, Blackpink is more likely to come back, given we had a whole run of SoMi last year and nothing Blackpink group wise. So
I can see that. I think that Blackpink is like really. I think the thing with YG is they're really observing the COVID situation. Because I think that behind scenes they've been planning this massive Blackpink tour for a while.
yeah,
And they just can't find the right time to do it because of how COVID's fluctuating. I think that was the move, honestly.
I think that was the move. Yeah, but at the same time, just do what everyone else is doing. Release some music. Wait.
How much you want to bet it's called the tour? How much you want to bet?
Come on, no. The thing is that's run its course. Stop
You
doing
think?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What if it is called the tour? Are you gonna cringe?
I'm gonna cringe so hard if they do. You have no clue.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it was cringy when they did it, when they tried to make it relevant. Now it's just 2 years old. If they 2 years old, yeah. They tried. No, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't. Please don't. Do not. Never. Please,
Right.
Teddy.
The only announced big comeback was that BBG thing. There's no. There was nothing else announced. I don't know why. It's the first time that's ever happened.
I'm telling you, this is why I said at the end of the year episode last time, we're gonna start seeing the Olympics. We're gonna start seeing the political votes. Like the presidential vote is happening.
Yep.
In a couple months, so that means K-pop hibernation.
K-pop takes a backseat.
Yeah,
during all that.
that's why we should cover Uneducated Kid instead in one of these episodes. He's dropping an album soon, I think.
All right. We are at State of the Nation though. That was all the news. No, I'm just gonna ignore.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
What I've been doing,
Well, how's your life been, man?
it's all right. Like, I have technically a seasonal job, right? We work in the fishing industry, our family. So
Yeah.
we're off from like late December until March. So I've just been chilling,
Yeah.
living my best life. I have been starting to watch some anime again.
Oh, you.
I know I've been mentioning my what is the English name for it? The My Dress Up Darling thing, right? That I'm really into right now.
Yeah.
And it's becoming pretty popular.
Oh, yeah.
Surprisingly, all over the place on all the anime subreddits and everything, and people are saying that the best girl Martin is like best girl of the year already, even though we just started the year. I've started to catch up again on Demon Slayer. I started watching it again because I saw what happened in the last episode because they came up in my recommended. All I'll say is Nezuko powers up, and it's really cool. That's all I'll say. She just powers up.
So this is like her blue hair Super Saiyan moment.
She does go the equivalent of Super Saiyan.
Oh. Does her hair color change?
I don't think her hair changes, but her skin changes to some extent.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's going on. I know Anita's watching Attack on Titan, the final season, part 2. She has done so well in avoiding the manga spoilers because the manga's been done for a bit. And Warren and I know exactly what happens.
I kid you not, I have not consumed anything Attack on Titan until the final chapter of the manga came out.
I watched seasons 1 and 2 back in the day.
Okay, yeah, same.
So I have a good extent of what is going on, and I read a lot of the manga, but then I felt at one point it got really strangely religious at certain points, and it was culty and kind of went a little weird. It was more than just fighting giants.
No, it was like a mystery political thing for a bit.
Yeah, it became a political thriller and all that stuff, and it still pretty much is. It's a political thriller and making commentary on society and stuff at this point, but I heard the finale of the manga. I ain't gonna spoil it, of course. I heard it's controversial, and I'm wondering how it's going to play out. And I'm wondering what Anita's reaction to the finale, if they change it or change a bit or anything in the anime, will be.
Yeah, what happens is Titan Vader shows up in front of the main character, and he's like, "I am your father," and then the Eren Yeager is like, "No." and then he throws him down the electrical vein, and Dark Sidious kills
Yeah,
everybody.
it turns out the entire world was a Titan, and they just didn't know. It's called World Titan, right?
It was Inception all along.
Right? It was all a dream. Could you imagine the biggest cop out? I was like, oh yeah, Aaron got knocked out once and he imagined all this shit, right?
And he wakes up, Mikazo's next to him, and he's like, let's go eat bread.
And his mom's like, it's time for lunch, kids. Could you imagine if that's just the end? And they play that Arrested Development music right at the end. Could you imagine that's the show? And Armin's like, yo, you hit your head on a rock, my guy. Are you okay? And that's it. Cut. But yeah, it's finally ending there. Once Attack on Titan's over, Demon Slayer is number one like property, right? In anime, for sure.
Is it?
Say.
Probably. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That one, and then just
obviously One
right
Piece.
after.
Obviously One Piece. But
One Piece is
in terms
that's
of
in
things
its own
in
league.
terms of things that are palatable to to casuals as well, right? Demon Slayer probably becomes king.
What One Piece is actually having a bit of a renaissance comeback, I heard.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know the details. I just heard it's kind of good again.
Yeah. The good thing about Demon Slayer is that it's a finished manga, so there is X amount of source material, and they're going through it pretty quickly. I think there's only going to be like 4 or 5 seasons at the most of it before they finish the whole thing.
What if they change up the ending again, though? So that they can extend it
They already did, though.
Why? For what reason? Was the ending also controversial for that show?
People weren't satisfied with the ending so much that the writer came back and gave like a better ending.
Dude.
But they didn't change it. They just gave people more satisfaction with another chapter.
So they added a little bit of sparkles at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, at this point of my life, I don't really watch anime anymore. I'm still like on like anime subreddits and stuff and read the memes and stuff. Mm-hmm. But like, anime goers, we're never happy with an ending.
I mean, here's the problem with ending something that people are so invested in, right? There's no, it's very difficult to get a good ending, right?
It is.
Because like you could end something at any point, right? An ending of something could be like the finish of the training to get ready to go to another adventure, right? And then the readers are like, well, we didn't get to see the next adventure, you know? But sometimes things just end there.
Real adventure begins.
Yeah. Like, I feel like with anime, it's a lot of time. It's the journey, not the destination. Darling in the Franxx.
Well, you could argue the final episode was a journey in itself.
But that being said, the manga version of that ends at such a better point.
There's a manga? No.
There's a manga of Darling in the Franxx. Yeah.
But the manga's an adaptation of the anime in that case, so...
But it's better.
I don't
People
care.
are more satisfied with it. All right. But you know what I'm saying.
Who does not want to be a humanoid starship flying through the space forever?
The thing I want to know is, are people... Another thing between you, me, and Anita is spoilers. How we feel about them.
Yeah?
Anita hates spoilers. She does not ever want to read a spoiler, never wants to be told a spoiler, always goes into everything blind.
Okay, let's be frank. She's the normal one.
Is she? Are we the weird ones who like spoilers?
We're the fucking weirdos, let's be honest.
Before I read something, I oftentimes look up, like, who's alive, what the ending is it worth my time, you know?
Right. Like no, I'm kind of like you too. I'm like that too. Like, I don't really want to wait to find out some stupid reveal that's gonna be in the next movie, you know? Like, But, yeah. I mean, I don't know, like...
Let us know if we're the crazy ones, or if you're someone who hates spoilers, or someone who's completely fine with them.
With the Marvel movies, like, there's a subreddit dedicated to spoilers and leaks called Marvel Studios Spoilers, and the whole plot for Spider-Man was out like in the summer. The whole plot for Eternals was out, I think, like March, was it? Like,
another thing, what is Game of Thrones? The spoilers were really on point for that.
Right.
And I was reading them up all the time when I was watching the last season.
And like now we're seeing Doctor Strange 2 spoilers. The case here is a little different because they had a lot of reshoots in the recent couple weeks. So all the leaks and no leaks we got earlier in the year is probably going to be wrong now. But you know what? I won't spoil anything for Doctor Strange 2 because I'm sure you can look it up. There's a whole bunch of leaks just floating around the internet. What I will say is it's going to be kind of a crazy ride. April seems to be like when Marvel releases their big stuff.
Mm.
This is going to be a big boy. You know?
Is it? It's gonna be a big one.
It's gonna be like a triple patty burger, you know, just
oh goodness. All right.
Some cool stuff. Speaking of movies, I saw like 3 movies over the weekend.
3. Okay.
Yeah, it's like one every night: Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. I began with Belle. This came out last year in Japan. This weekend, actually, in America. This is the newest anime from the director Hosoda Mamoru, who is the director behind the highly acclaimed movies like Summer Wars, Wolf Children, and the Wolf and a Boy, or Beast and a Boy. Yeah, Beast and a Boy, Mirai, all that kind of stuff. You know, people have been saying he's gonna be the next Ghibli. So I've been a pretty big fan of this guy. And then this movie, it didn't work for me. I was like, this isn't it for me. I don't know, it didn't work. It was pretty cool though. It was visually like really, really cool. I have to admit, the whole show, as you can imagine from the Belle title, is like a modern rendition of Beauty and the Beast.
Ooh, okay.
But there's a whole lot of metaversing. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. And there's a lot of singing as well. Which brings me to my next point. The OSTs were on fire. Oh my goodness. There's a specific song called You. Just one letter, You. If you look it up on Spotify, you will find it under Millennium Parade and Belle. It's a banger of a track. You gotta trust me on this one. This is like the opener track of the movie. It's amazing. Can't believe nobody's talking about the song. The movie was like, it was okay. It's a good, fun movie, but the plot, man. I'm sorry, the song. Oh my god. So not early in the year. Last year, I did a whole marathon of the Harry Potter movies, 1 to 7, part 2, all of them, all 8 movies. So I was like, you know what? I should watch the Fantastic Beasts movies as well, because there's 2 of them. There's another one coming out later in April. I think the trailer dropped pretty recently, so I was like, you know what? I should probably watch those and go see these later when they actually drop. Needless to say, it was. I don't know what I was gonna follow up the sentence with, but hey, it's basically the premise is it's in the Harry Potter world. It's in the Harry Potter universe. They're calling it the Wizarding World.
Wizarding World.
That's their term. Like MCU, like Marvel calls MCU, you know. Mm-hmm. It's set in the 1920s. The first movie is set in America. The second movie is set in France. So like we start seeing like other aspects of like the universe and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. It really is. But really, it feels like Pokemon a little bit, where like
Pokemon, what?
Yeah, where the main character is going around. He's like, oh, like here's my beast who will solve this issue. Go tackle, you know. But the first movie was pretty cool. Second movie was a little forgettable, but I think it was pretty cool as well. Shout outs to Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp did nothing wrong. He actually didn't.
The next Fantastic Beasts movie is The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah, like the second movie ended on a huge like cliffhanger where like they reveal something about the Dumbledore family. So I think we're gonna dig more into that. Mm-hmm. That being said, it's like clear that they like who are the people behind Harry Potter? I forget.
J.K. Rowling?
No, the studios.
Isn't it Warner Brothers?
Is it Warner Brothers? Yeah, okay, yeah, Warner Brothers. Yeah. Warner Brothers clearly want this to be like a huge film franchise. I believe they want it to be a 5-part movie series. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like Harry Potter, so I like how it's being expanded upon in this kind of new, cool way. But it's very, very weird seeing Jude Law as Dumbledore, I will admit.
Okay.
It's also weird seeing a Korean person play Nagini.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that. And people were like, she's the snake? Like, this Korean lady's the snake?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Also, everybody in the movie has horrible hairstyles except for the main character. That's what I pointed out while I was watching it. Like, Ezra Miller is in the movie, both of these movies. He plays a significant role. I feel like he's like the main rival. He's being set up to be the main rival almost. Second movie, he had just a clean buzz cut, looks great, hot guy, whatever. First movie, he has like a choppy bowl cut. It's like a bowl cut except they like chopped off most of his bowl, you know? Does that make any? It's like a large plate cut, you know? And it looks awful. It looks awful. Like Ezra Miller is like objectively a good-looking person.
I'm gonna look up this bowl cut real quick.
Look up,
my god!
You know what I mean, right?
Oh Jesus! Not enough bowl.
Yeah, no, it's like the little sauce containers that your like sauce comes in when you like need like when you eat ketchup for your French fries or something. Besides that, I have no other complaints really. It was a fine movie. I feel like I'm just plugging in movies every week nowadays. You know, I don't want to do that. That's why this week we have a World Cup. That is not why we talked. Doug said earlier we don't have a Anita story. Episode's short today, so this was one of the topics.
We're good.
We're good. Okay, yeah. This was one of the topics that was on my list for one of the streams, but I haven't been able to do a stream in the recent couple weeks because I'm moving. That will probably continue to be the case until the beginning of February. So instead of having it just sit in my dungeon of ideas, like Teddy's Treats, Blackpink, we're gonna do them now. It's a little short one because I had to put it together in a short amount of time during break. But it is what it is. Doug, do you have the screen up?
I can't because I'll mess up the size of your screen, so I will just relay to you what's on the screen. So this is the foods that are missing key ingredients that you would rather eat World Cup. So we're going to have a bunch of foods, major foods you know. They're going to be missing one key ingredient, and we're going to pretty much decide which is the better of the two options going forward. Right? Yep. Pizza without cheese or fried rice without rice? One of these is just better.
Is it though?
Yeah, pizza without cheese is so much better than fried rice without rice.
It's just kind of dough with some tomato sauce.
All right, I'll have you know, my sister's lactose intolerant. Sometimes we order pizza without cheese. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like when I think of pizza, I feel like cheese is like the big reason.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the cheese. Obviously, cheese on pizza is great, but at the end of the day, you got a flatbread with ingredients on it, even if you don't have cheese.
Okay, but you have to hear me out with the fried rice without rice, right? That's like basically veggie fajitas. That's kind of chopped up.
What?
It's kind of chopped up and easier to eat, and it's using soy sauce instead of Mexican seasoning, you know?
If you see the picture I have, it's the standard ass carrot, onion, pea, and corn.
Yeah.
And you're just going to put that with some soy sauce and some sesame oil and just stir fry it. Yeah, it's stir-fried vegetables.
Yeah.
You rather eat stir-fried vegetables that are in tiny cubes versus just a flatbread.
Okay, I think I see your point now. I don't.
There are a lot of like if you don't have cheese on pizza and let's say it does have tomato sauce, you're basically eating like focaccia bread with crap on it, right?
Yeah, but focaccia bread doesn't normally have tomato sauce on it.
Yeah, but I feel like just you dip bread in tomato sauce anyway, right?
So it's like breadsticks, essentially.
You're basically eating like bread with tomato sauce on it. How bad is that?
This looks boring. Okay. I mean, I think it's better than fried rice without rice. I'll give you that.
I think it'd be different if there's different vegetables, but if you're going with like that standard frozen vegetable pack you get at the grocery store, there ain't too much you could do with it. You know what I'm talking about. Everyone uses that because everyone's too lazy to cut up their own shit for fried rice, right?
Yes.
All right, pizza without cheese. Moving on. Let's see. What is round 2? Fried chicken without chicken meat or Oreo without cream?
Oh.
Okay.
Oreo
without cream is just dried cookies, right?
Yes, but drink it and eat it with milk.
Fair. But we're not talking about that. We're just talking about the product itself. Fried chicken without chicken meat is you're eating fried batter, right?
and it's stuck on the bone.
Yeah, fried battery. Like, a lot of people like the crispy part of fried chicken. It's just fried skin, right?
It is.
You're eating fried skin, chicharrones.
You're eating flour that's been fried in oil.
No. Are we talking about without meat? Do we still got the skin? No.
I mean, doesn't the picture just have bones that's fried up?
Yeah, essentially.
That's what that is.
So we're eating fried batter, or are we eating cookies?
Here's what I think is really, really good about fried chicken without the chicken meat.
Oh god!
And this was already a huge meme in Korea. This is so I have to credit them for what this is. But I think fried chicken without the chicken meat is very beneficial. It's like healthy.
What?
It's because it doesn't. It's not as high calorie as normal fried chicken, but you still get the enjoyment of eating chicken,
I don't think anyone eats fried chicken with nutrition in mind.
Now you can.
So you're saying it's sort of like how Korean people eat pig skin, right?
Yes.
돼지껍질, right? When there's no actual meat, they just eating fried skin, right? Essentially.
Well, look at the picture. There's no skin. It's just the bones.
Yeah, it's just some random bones that have been fried up. Like, how did you even find that picture? What is this?
See, it's a diet food. That's what it is. It's very healthy.
Chicken. It's a Korean picture, actually.
Right?
Someone just fried up some bones.
It's essentially your low calorie. It's fried chicken zero. That's what it is.
Can I say something? Oreos overrated.
I don't think people highly rate Oreos to begin with.
No, I think I like cookies and cream, right? Which is essentially crushed up Oreos into stuff.
Right.
Cookies and cream ice cream, great. We've made that before during our friendship.
Yeah.
Like just straight up Oreos, like I don't know. I like. Actually, my dad really likes Oreos. He buys them too.
Here's the thing. I've made a Patreon. Okay, so on our Patreon, I upload the thumbnails early. As soon as I make them, I'll put them on the Patreon, and I write some stuff in the text description, whatever is on my mind. Normally it's just mental diarrhea, just straight stream of consciousness. At one point, I had a whole thing about Oreos and how we need a version of Oreos without the stuffing.
Wait, you like it without the stuffing?
Yes.
Why?
That's why I was preposterous. Because it's objectively better. The stuffing is too sweet.
No.
That's what it is. No. Listen, hear me out. There is Oreos. There is Oreo thin. There is Oreo double stuffing. There is Oreo super stuffing. There is Oreo mega stuffing.
Do you like the thins then?
No, I eat the Oreos without the stuffings.
All right.
I kid you not, sometimes I will get an Oreo, pop it open, and you kind of have to slide it so that the stuffing doesn't fall apart from each other. Then you get a plastic fork or a knife and you just scrape it off.
Well, you do that.
Yeah. Not every time, but sometimes
you're
I'll
insane.
Do that.
You're insane, dude.
It's a normal way to eat food. I don't know why you're so angry about this.
So you get Oreos, and sometimes you're like, I've had enough cream. And you
because it's very sweet. Here's the thing.
I know people who just eat the inside.
They're crazy.
Hey, let us know who's more crazy, someone who just eats the outside of Oreos or just eats the inside. I'm curious as to what people think.
Here's the thing. If you eat Oreos just the wafers with some milk, you'll realize how sweet it actually is.
Okay.
Just putting that out there. Try it.
Said, this fried chicken with no chicken meat seems preposterous.
I think, dude, it's a great experience. You're getting the experience and enjoyment of eating fried chicken, but you don't have to worry about all the calories. It's essentially 0 calories if you think about it.
I'm assuming that you're gonna vote for Oreos without cream, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Don't be ridiculous.
What do you mean? Don't be ridiculous.
The next one is mac and cheese without cheese or Coke without fizz. So, do you want Coke without fizz? That's pretty self-explanatory. Or do you just want to eat buttered noodles? Right.
I guess you have butter in it, and maybe
You have
parsley
butter
for
and
feeling
salt and
fancy.
pepper, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm someone when growing up, I still don't like fizz. I don't like carbonation. Even though I like the seltzer water now, I'm kind of okay with that because I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
But like growing up, I hated carbonation.
Why?
It hurts.
No, it doesn't. Just
It
take your
hurts.
time with it. Don't chug it.
hurts. It hurts. It's spicy. No, it's not spicy.
Why is your mouth so sensitive? Hot soup, now this?
Like, I hated carbonation. I was the kid. Sometimes I'd shake out the carbonation.
Wait, how do you shake out the carbonation?
You take the bottle, you shake it. You let the air out, but not enough where it goes explodey.
Right.
But just it lets the gas out.
I've never thought about doing that ever.
I have. I've done it before.
But doesn't it taste gross without the carbonation?
No, it just tastes like sugar water anyway. It just tastes the same, just no carbonation.
Oh no. Okay, I've only done that once, and it was not by choice.
It was just left out.
Yeah, no. One of my cousins was doing it on purpose. I remember this. It was a family gathering when I was very young. They had like 2 bottles of 2-liter Cokes.
Mm-hmm.
And because one of my cousins, I'm not going to name who for obvious reasons. They don't know I do a podcast, but still, they were very, very into Coke without fizz. So they get 2 entire bottles that's meant for the entire family, and they left the cap open overnight. And like the day after, people are drinking, and everyone's like, "What happened to this Coke? Why is it so warm? Why is it like all gross?" Like, no, man, it was not good. It was not good. I don't know how you like
mac
it.
Mac and cheese without the cheese is probably still good. It's butter noodles, isn't it?
I feel like, yeah, if you have butter, it probably tastes good. I want to vote for that. I have to admit.
So, in high school, I don't know how bougie my high school was, but once like every 2 weeks, they had chicken franchise with buttered noodles.
Chicken what with butter?
Chicken
noodles?
franchise.
Chicken franchise?
Yeah, do you know what that is? It's it's like a fried chicken with like a lemon butter sauce.
Oh, okay.
And then they would put it on top of, you know what egg noodles are, right?
Right, yeah.
And they would put it on top, and the noodles would be buttered. So
that sounds really fancy, I'm not going to lie.
Lemony noodles.
Did the chicken franchise have chicken meat in it, or was it just the bones?
It actually had chicken meat, right?
Okay.
Butter noodles are great.
I feel like they'd be great. Yeah, it's just carbs and butter.
If anything, people sometimes just under-season it, you know?
Mm.
There's probably it's just going to be buttery. But if you put some salt and pepper, you're having a good time, I feel, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I vote for mac and cheese without the cheese.
I completely agree with you on that one. All right, last round for the first round. Hot dog without sausage, burger without patty.
Wait, that's the worst matchup.
All right, hot dog without sausage. You're probably with like a bun, ketchup, mustard. Maybe if you're fun, you have like sauerkraut at the most, or maybe relish if you're into that, or some onions, right?
Yeah.
Burger without patty. You got like a slice of cheese and a bunch of soggy vegetables, right?
Okay. I actually had that a couple of days ago. This is 100% coincidence. I live near a Five Guys, and I go there like once every 2 months.
And Five Guys is like your favorite burger chain.
It's my favorite burger chain. Frankly, I would go a lot more if I didn't have to worry about my health, but I'm a human being, so I have to do that. Walk in, and the reason I went, to be honest, was because I wanted the fries. I wanted the Cajun fries.
The Cajun fries,
They're amazing.
And they give you a ton.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I get a medium, and I'm like, that's like 2 days worth. Anyways, I go in, order the fries, order 2 burgers because I'm also with my girlfriend, and I'm like, okay, could I get a little cheeseburger? All the way jalapenos. All the way means there's a set number of toppings that they add on. So that's like lettuce, pickles, mushrooms, onions, some sauces, like ketchup, stuff like that. They're like, okay. So I go wait, pick up my burger, come back up to my place. Open my burger, and it's a little light. It just feels a little small for some reason. But I'm like, it's whatever. And I keep eating, and I'm like, this feels very fresh for some reason. And I look at the thing. I open it up, and like it has no meat patty in it for some reason.
Did your girlfriend's have a patty?
Hers had a patty.
Okay, you're nice for giving it to her. Yeah. Did you tell her?
Yeah, we were both looking at it, and she was like, "Do you want to go complain about it because you live near the place anyway?" I'm like, "This is not worth it. This is stupid."
So you spent a lot of money for essentially was a hot salad on a bun, right? A hot salad on a bun.
You know what? Oh, I have to admit, it wasn't awful.
No, it's not. It's actually kind of like the sauces are good.
The sauces are good. I mean, the mushrooms are cooked.
There's people who eat grilled salads. You can look it up. There's a grilled salad with romaine lettuce.
Oh no, I love those.
Right? So that's essentially what you were eating on a bun.
Essentially, yes, with ketchup instead of ranch.
So it comes down to: do you like lettuce, tomato, salt, pepper, ketchup, maybe mustard, barbecue sauce? Because you're at Five Guys, there's a lot of barbecue sauce going on there for some reason, and A1 sauce on a bun, and it's warm. Or do you want like a ketchup, mustard, and maybe like sauerkraut on a bun?
It's essentially the same thing. That I was worried about these two being put against each other. They're essentially the same thing.
I feel like the things that are best out of both of those, it comes down to: do you like sauerkraut on a bun, or do you want barbecue sauce on a bun?
You know what? No, I think there's more to that though.
Okay.
You have to think about the way the breads are shaped. I think it's objectively easier to eat a hot dog bun than it is to eat a hamburger bun.
I feel like with a hot dog versus a hamburger, the meat component is more important in the hamburger.
True, but it still feels empty on the inside. It's pretty similar, I think.
But it like, so when you eat Five Guys, for some reason in my head, I'm thinking of like ketchup and barbecue sauce mixed. It's the taste that come out with it.
I've never put barbecue sauce on my Five Guys. I always put mayo and
People
ketchup.
do though. They have A1 on the menu.
It's
right?
a thing. It's a thing. I've never tried it though. Do you?
I know a lot of people. No, I don't. But I know a lot of people who do because they like bacon cheeseburgers with barbecue sauce or some shit. Right? I've seen that.
I'm not even a huge fan of barbecue sauce.
Hot dog, like. There are people who don't like sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut because I like pickled things.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you're Korean.
Sauerkraut on some bread, I could probably do.
I could do that too.
Burger patty, it's like a hot tomato on a bun. I feel like that's worse, right?
Well, no, I like tomatoes because I'm a normal person, unlike you.
I like tomatoes on my hamburger.
And what was nice was the tomato was kind of sweet. So that's where all the salt and sweetness came together.
So which
like
one
very
would
fresh.
you think you would prefer?
Hot dog. I think the thing is, I think the hot dog bun is just objectively easier to eat compared to a hamburger bun that still has a lot of stuffing or filling or toppings. Actually,
I was leaning towards the burger side because I feel there's more random stuff in it, so at least it's redeemable.
That's fair. That's fair actually.
Because like the hot dog thing, what are you gonna eat? Like mustard and sauerkraut, right?
I guess it's essentially toast with ketchup and mustard and sauerkraut.
Yeah, versus like there's lettuce at least and other shit.
I had Five Guys without the patty. It wasn't awful.
Burger, no patty. You got ripped
right.
off though because it's more expensive in New York.
It's whatever.
Pizza, no cheese. Oreo, no cream. I think these two should have been the final. By the way,
yeah, man, this is hard.
This is like a flatbread, but it's sort of not, or some cookies, right? It's essentially what it's coming down to.
I honestly think they should make Oreos without the filling, without the stuffing.
They should sell the cookie pack, right?
Yeah, just like a whole bunch of those black cookies. I want that. They kind of
get it. You could get in other brands, but not Oreo brand.
No, they're different though. They're different. I've tried them. The one that came most close was Girl Scout cookies. They have I forget what it's called, but Thin Mints.
Thin Mint, it's almost similar.
It's very similar.
I feel like I just like pizza more than I like cookies, but that's just me.
But you're just eating bread on tomato sauce.
I've made a pizza out of toast before. I've also made a pizza on a tortilla before.
Okay, pizza on a tortilla and pizza on a toast. Everybody does that when they're in college.
Yeah, because it's available.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. It's like pizza. It's like eating bagel bites, dude.
Yeah, but like it's 2 a.m. You're eating this and you look at your plate and you're kind of sad. That's the output.
Yeah, because you're like, I wish the actual pizza place was still open.
Wait, you lived right next to a pizza place. Why didn't you just go there?
Bro, you think I'm gonna go outside when it's cold out?
You live right next to it though.
Hey,
This is on you. This is on you. I actually lived pretty far from a pizza place back in college. You were literally on top of one.
Bro, cold Michigan winters. I ain't going outside.
It's not that cold.
It's cold.
It's only cold for like a month.
It's freezing.
It's not that bad.
I'm cheap. That's also what it is.
Okay, that's. Well, a slice is $1.
No, it's expensive there.
Was it? Are
It's
we thinking
like
about the same place?
Yeah, the one with the NYC. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Is it? I forget. I don't remember.
It's at least $2.50 a slice. Actually, I think Oreo without cream, like pizza no cheese, I've had. It's very like I'm talking. There are some pizzas that work. The one that my sister gets because she can't really eat dairy is a bruschetta pizza.
Okay.
That sounds pretty decent.
I have to look that up.
No, just you know what bruschetta is?
Yeah, the chopped up tomatoes and
You put it on like hardened toast.
Right.
You're essentially eating that already, you know?
Okay.
And the one that we get has chicken cutlet in it too. So it's pretty good. That being
Okay.
said, it's messy as shit because there's no cheese holding it together.
Right. That's
It's
the other
just going
part.
all over the place. Right?
Yeah.
Oreo without cream, I think it's less offensive. Because pizza without cheese, you might ruin some pizzas, I think.
There you go. Yeah. I feel like it's just here's another thing. Food is obviously something you eat, so it's a mouth experience.
Okay, thanks, Einstein. Food is something that you eat.
but,
Okay.
But I think good food is also something you look at, right? Look at the pizza without cheese.
All right, that one looks kind of shitty because there's like
looks trashy.
anchovies on it. Yeah.
I mean, still, like Oreo without the fillings is just normal cookies.
Honestly,
It's
you
still a
could
visually
probably
pleasing
pop those all
experience.
day. That one.
And that's what I'm telling you. Also,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a hell of a lot like healthier than your normal Oreos too.
Fair. All right, let's go Oreo. I'll give it to you this time. Oreo no cream. Second semifinal is mac and cheese without cheese, burger without patty. It's clearly buttered noodles, right?
Yeah, no, you gotta give it to buttered noodles. over
Buttered
here.
noodles is clearly better. Burger no patty. Like I think it's okay. You know, sometimes you're eating a burger and you get too like it's you get ambitious and too much patty comes out. And you're left with just you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're sometimes left with bread at the end, and you're like, I guess I'll eat this. And you're like, oh, this tastes like some like ketchup, right? On bread.
Yeah.
It's not that enjoyable that last bit. You're like, I wish I had more burger in here.
Yeah.
Butter noodles, I don't think like. Here's the thing, pasta is just carbs. Like if carbs are seasoned correctly, and it's not. I think the only thing you risk here if it's too dry, right? As long as this mac and cheese, no cheese, is not too dry, it's clearly the better option here.
I agree
Right.
with you. Yeah, and just make sure there's enough butter. Make sure there's enough olive oil if you're into that. You know, like
Well, and then enough salt and pepper for sure.
right, salt and pepper.
This is gonna be critically under seasoned probably.
Honestly, like if we could put like chopped up garlic in there, that would actually be really good.
All right, we're down to finals: mac and cheese, no cheese; Oreo, no cream.
Oreo no cream. Oreo no cream. Oreo no cream. Oreo no. Sir, I'm looking at your T-shirt right now. I'm noticing it's a black T-shirt. There's also a round logo on your T-shirt. You know, yeah. There's a little picture of Anita right there in a circle.
The issue with this argument is Oreo no cream is like a snack / dessert because it's sweet. Where
Right.
mac and cheese no cheese is a meal, so it's actually hard to compare these two things. That being said, if you were like you gotta eat one of these two things, I feel like the Oreo no cream is probably better.
Yeah.
Baseline satisfaction is higher. Mac and cheese no cheese, I have way more worries about eating that one.
Yeah.
How
and,
dry
like,
is it going to be?
Here's the thing. Yeah, like if you make mac and cheese without cheese, that's a meal right there. That's a third of your life just sitting there.
You're risking a third of your day's food right there.
Right there. Yeah.
And if it's dry as shit, you're gonna be like, oh god. You know, like I think you there's a huge risk that it's under seasoned and just dry, and you're like, oh my
Probably.
god, what is this?
Honestly, if you want to make it, you'd have to put a whole stick of butter
There's
in
a
there.
whole stick in that amount of pasta on the screen. There's a whole stick of butter, and there's you need a lot of salt and a lot of pepper to spruce it up a bit. Right?
Yeah.
Or in Struggle City.
Yeah, see, you have to make it. You have to go through the process of making it, worrying about it.
Although, mac and cheese, no cheese. Is there heavy cream still in there?
I guess so.
You might have an Alfredo. I didn't think about this.
No, you have to make roux and all that if you want to do that. You need flour. Flour doesn't belong in mac and cheese.
Most actual good mac and cheese, they make a roux.
Do they? Okay.
Oh, you're
Man.
basically at an Alfredo then, right?
Honestly, I should have said mac and cheese without the mac. Like that was what was on my
Are
mind.
you just eating cheese?
I know.
I do think, but based on what we have here, I think Oreo no cream is the safer option and probably what you would actually want to eat, right?
It's easier to eat as well. You just open out the package, just pop it open. You know, like
I feel like this is an entirely an experiment to Warren talk about his love of just the Oreo cookie.
Nah.
Are we trying to get a sponsorship deal because it won? You know?
This episode is brought to you by Nabisco. Nabisco there's a strike going on right now. Support the labor workers of America, please.
Oh God. We're back to the normal pod though. Next week on Tuesday tomorrow on the 18th we have Victon, Yuju, and Bam Bam. Wednesday we have Moonbyul. Friday we have GOT7's Mark. And then on Monday, we have Pentagon and Nature. So I think it's a wide open field in terms of the voting. I'm going to guess, like, Yuju, Bam Bam, Moonbyul?
Maybe Victon? Wait, no, GOT7, people like GOT7. Mark.
Do you think people would vote Mark over Bam Bam if it came down to it, though? That's a decision for the fans.
Find out next week on
We'll find out what
SojuTalk.
the Gochu gang picks, because it's very biased typically. I'm going to bet 100% Moonbyul will be covered, though.
Probably, yeah. That's the biggest name on here, I think. Next to Yuju.
All right, this has been SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. I'm Doug. I'd like to thank Warren for joining me today and talking 1.5 times the amount of time because
I would like to
here.
thank Doug for his... Thank you for joining SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop.
Hopefully Anita feels better, so, you know, send good vibes to Anita. It is what it is. Hopefully she'll be back next week. We'll see what happens, but we'll see you guys then, everyone. Bye!
Bye-bye!
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons: Bagel, Based, Yena, Brian, Shadow, Cotton Ball, Delmonic, Ellie, Genki Boy, Goku Mama, Jacob, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, and Jay Parks. Tier, thank you for joining SojuTalk. And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K Music Erde, Koala, Mafiar, Max, No Bias Nuna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.